My name is John Cimo. My nickname is Cimo.
I first met John when I was probably 12 years old at Camp Andrews. I was brought there to do some cleanup, and this young teenager, and I was just a little kid. He comes out of the kitchen, I believe, and started talking basketball, and he didn't shut up.
Yeah, I remember playing against Glenn. I was older than Glenn, so we never played against each other competitively, just like at the boys' club at the park or something like that.
And he was on me about basketball, so he wanted to play a little one-on-one, and I was like, who's this little guy?
He was a beast, but you know, being a little older, you had old school tricks, and I hope he learned a lot of them.
So I took him on one-on-one, and he took it to me. And I actually owe him some credit to pushing me to play basketball, because I said I'd never be beat like that again, because he put a beating on me. John he grew up in Concord, went to the schools in Concord, went to Concord High, graduated in 1981, went on to 4 years in the Coast Guard. He's always been involved in the Boys and Girls Club. That's where I kind of got to know him a little bit better from his days at the Boys. I mean, he participated in everything as a kid.
Growing up to the Boys and Girls Club, or the Boys Club back then, I got to meet a lot of these kids, and people older than me, from Tom Hardiman to Hap Simpson, Mike Mounsey, you know, those were all mentors. And then everybody that works at the Boys and Girls Club, they don't realize it, every counselor there. And you're talking Girls Inc., just about anywhere you go, if you're an authority figure, you've got some kid looking up to you, and that's the biggest thing in the world. I mean, I've always kept that with me. Well, again, it's a Boys and Girls Club TV auction, and it's every winter, just before Christmas, right after Thanksgiving. And, you know, I was there for the very first auction we ever had. You had Continental Cable, you had all these other different names before it was Concord TV. So we've done it at, you know, a place called Star Hot Dog down on Pleasant Street, and we've done it at the Downtown Athletic Club, we've done it at the Community Center, we did it at Continental Cable down at Horseshoe Pond. So all those years, I worked it. Even as a young kid when I first started, we had 3 flights of stairs. We had to bring every auction item up those stairs on Pleasant Street and back down. And then we delivered items. So as soon as someone got an item, we jumped in a van, and we had a load of stuff, and like 4 kids would get in the van with a couple of adults, and we would run to houses and collect the money and give them their gifts. So it was kind of a neat thing. And so over the years, I stayed in touch, and I wasn't active in every auction, although I was, except for when I was in the service. I probably watched every auction there was and bid a lot of money. And then Bill Wiley, who ran the pledge board for years, kind of stepped down, and they had different people. And the director of the club and I had talked, and we said, we've got to build this thing up. And how do we do it? And it's just getting the alumni back, getting the community back.
For the last 10 years, he's run the pledge board. He's raised thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You know, I watch public TV auction every year just to steal ideas. And you're not going to find many auctions on TV, so this is kind of a passion of mine.
One of the cool things he does with his South-End Deli is he provides box lunch for all the school athletic teams.
Say a sports team is traveling on an away game, at the beginning of the season we team up with them, and every kid will fill out a form with a sandwich made to order, a sport drink, a cookie, bag of chips, and the parent or a booster parent or coach or an athletic director, somebody will come to the store before the game, and we'll load up 2 coolers with this drink, sandwiches, and everything.
Pay a small amount, and the kids get a good meal prior to games or after the games for the high school and the junior high programs. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic.
And I watch a lot of the sports. I go to basketball games and football games. We do a program with lunch boxes and stuff, and I try to get as many teams in, whether it's field hockey or soccer or lacrosse, ice hockey. So You'll see me doing that, and then if I really get some free time, I've got a motorcycle, and sadly enough this summer I didn't, but you know, if I can get over to the coast once or twice, or up to the White Mountains, or motorcycle weekend or something, that's what I enjoy. And just, you know, youth sports, I really, you know, like watching that. I like to give back. I want to give back. I remember my youth, people giving to us, you know, even though we were in a middle-class family, both parents worked, but you still saw when people were giving back, you still saw when a kid didn't have much, or have much, you know, and somebody giving to them, or, you know, letting them go first, or giving them the extra cookie or the extra piece of candy at Halloween, and you didn't realize why until, you know, you got older, but maybe they needed it more than you.